What's up, gang, and welcome to my bedroom. I know it might not look like much, but I promise you it's full of potential, and over the next few days we're going to be unlocking all of that. Now the rules are simple. As soon as this door closes, I'm not going to be leaving my bedroom for the next 100 days. It's going to get wild. Here we go. Grab the camera first. But now this door is shut for real, and I will not be opening it. And the 100 days got off to a dramatic start. After shutting my door on day 1, I sat down at my computer and spent the rest of the day gaming. One thing I hadn't considered, however, was how I was getting food, as my bedroom doesn't have a fridge. Guys, I'm kind of really hungry right now, and I don't know what I'm meant to do about it now that I'm not allowed to leave my room. It kind of sucks. Anyway, I'm just gonna go to bed right now and figure it out tomorrow. I spent day 2 looking around my room for food or any snacks I might not have finished, to no avail. This was until I remembered that I have parents who surprisingly don't want me to die, so I shouted to my mum and got her to bring food to my bedroom. This was a huge success, as now I was not going to starve to death. On day 3, I decided to do something productive, so I spent the next few days mapping out a bunch of potential vlog ideas for Saturday. For you guys, my viewers. Dunno. I'm probably missing some bits, but it looks pretty good to me. Got a fair few ideas down. By day 6, I realised that I hadn't really done any exploring and had just been in one space, so I decided to explore the other side of my room. What's up, gang? We're gonna go exploring today and see what I can find over there, on the other side of the room. It's gonna be a wild one. Let's go, I guess. Well, I discovered a window to the outside world. Pretty crazy stuff. As well as some stupid books. Looking out of the window, I realised it just seemed like a temptation trying to pull me away from my challenge. Realising the window wasn't of any use, I closed the curtains and retreated back to my base, but not before grabbing some of those books. Arriving back at my base, I noticed I didn't actually have a base, so I spent day 7 and 8 building myself a proper starter base. And it took me a while, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with what I was able to do. It'll do, I guess. I could, but I don't really have any other blankets, so good day's work, I think. On day 9, I celebrated finishing my base by forgetting to wake up. And on day 10, I decided to light up the area a bit, just because look, I'm not scared of the dark, and I didn't underestimate how dark it got with my windows shut. By day 11, things seemed to be changing. And I decided that I needed to commit to some form of goal for my time here. So I decided that I was going to try and build the biggest, coolest fort anyone had ever seen. To do this, I first needed to go resource collecting, which meant that I had to brave the other side of my room again. And I know it didn't go very well for me last time, but on day 12, I was able to find this incredible cave. Check this out! There's so much building material that had a huge amount of resources inside. This was really going to help me with my goal. Returning to my base on day 13, disaster struck. While organising my stuff back at the base, I was attacked by a ferocious beast. And in my valiant battle in which I defeated the creature, the base was destroyed. Okay, fine, I didn't actually defeat it. It ran away and probably won't come back later, but not all was lost. I just spent the last 2 days collecting materials, and this felt like the perfect opportunity to start work on the biggest, bestest base that has ever been, and so I did. It took me 12 days, but all in all, I think it turned out pretty good.
It's pretty good.
See? Anyway, after that, on day 26, I did a bit of work on the interior, and I messaged Sally to tell her about the challenge. I can't wait for her to get back to me. And on day 27, I decided to try my hand at some farming, so I planted some of my leftover apple seeds into this random pot. I lost the footage of day 28 and day 29, but I'm pretty sure nothing important happened. Speaking of which, on day 30, I did nothing. I think it was at this point I realised that having accomplished my goal for the 100 days so early, I'd kind of run out of things to do. So I went back to the list that I'd started making on day 3 and realised that, I couldn't do any of that stuff in my room. So for the next few days, I just sort of sat around. On day 31, I tried to read some of the books I found. I don't think they were written in a real language though. Luckily, on day 32, I found one of the books had pictures in it. I think it was telling me some kind of prophecy, but I got upset when I found a picture of a spider in it and decided to go to bed. On day 33, I checked on the apples I planted and realised they hadn't made much progress. This was when I remembered that plants need sunlight, so I once again braved the opposite side of my room with my pot of dirt and apples in hand. Opening the curtains and seeing outside again for the first time in days was really difficult, but it didn't sway me in the least. In fact, I found this frog that had been sitting on my windowsill and decided that it would make a good snack. On day 34, I met God, and I don't have the footage of it, but he showed me some pretty crazy stuff. What's up, gang? So this video got a bit longer than it was supposed to be, so come back next week to see the second half, where things get even crazier. I'll see you then.